Hi friends, this is Bindu Sharma from Origin, and today in this video we will discuss how to minimize patent infringement risk. As you know that patent filing activity is increasing globally, and with this the risk of patent infringement also increases. In India these days IP related disputes are increasing. In order to play safe in the market, it is important to assess and minimize patent infringement risk before a product is launched in the market. When a patent is granted to the patentee, there are specific rights that are granted to him. Patent infringement as such, the term has not been defined in Patent Act, but in simple words we can say that patent infringement is the violation of patent rights of a patentee in a country or jurisdiction where the patent has been granted. Patent infringement or violation of patent rights happens when, without authorization or without taking license from the patent holder, any third party makes, uses, sells, offer for sale a product or process that has been claimed in the patent specification where such patent is granted to the patent holder. So legitimately usage of patent requires obtaining license from the patent holder or taking some kind of authorization or permission to use the patented invention from the patent holder. Patent gives negative rights to the patent holder. So when a patent is granted, the patentee gets right to prevent third parties from making, using, selling, offering for sale, or importing the patented product in the country where there is patent protection. It's very important to understand that if patentee has only Indian patent, his rights will be restricted only to India. Usage of his patent outside India does not violate his patent rights. An import of the product which encroaches upon his patent rights may also infringe his patents. So, even though you are not manufacturing the product directly, but if you are importing a product which encroaches upon any existing valid patent in India, it may be called as infringement of patent rights. Now let me explain you what freedom to operate analysis or clearance search is. This search is typically performed before a new product is launched in a particular country. A business owner may violate rights of a patentee with or without knowledge, and therefore it is highly recommended for business owners to examine existing patents before launching their new products to ensure that no patent rights are violated in the territory where their product is going to be launched. FTO or Freedom to Operate search is a very specialized search and it should always be performed by a skilled and experienced professional. The interpretation of patent claims and opinion on infringement shall be understood very carefully. Now, let's see how is FTO search performed. The purpose of FTO search is to assess the likelihood of patent infringement upon launch of a new product let's see in a specific market. To perform FTO search. The best time to perform FTO search is at the time of designing the new product, its components, because it is easier to make changes and its in the product specification. It's very essential, and the infringement risk can be minimized or nullified easily at early stage of the product development. To be launched.
and
FTO is a very
listing out
specialized
nomenclature
investigation
of the
and
components
analysis of
as
patent
generally
documents
used in
done
the
by
industry.
a skilled attorney who possesses good working knowledge of technology as
Now,
well as
after
law.
the product details have been obtained, the step 2 is performing a patent search with all possible synonyms of the product component names and other search techniques to pull all relevant patents. Patent search here may be global or country specific depending upon the countries in which the product is going to be launched or sold. The business owner must be very focused and specific with respect to patent search strategies to ensure that appropriate data is extracted during the process of patent search. Depending upon the requirement, a history dating 20 to 20 years prior to the date of performing the search may be set as the scope of patent search because the term of a patent is 20 years and only in force or live patents they get infringed. Therefore, considering very old and expired patents may not be of much use for FTO search. However, expired patents may be extremely helpful to find out technologies or products for which patents have expired. Even though expired patents may not impose any infringement risk, but they can certainly provide valuable information otherwise. Now let's move on to step 3 to perform a patent search. After the relevant patent documents are extracted, it is important to segregate them into expired, abandoned, and in force patents. Further, there may be a need to separate out patent applications and granted patents. If there are any risky patent applications, then it is highly recommended to monitor them periodically to find out the kind of objections that the examiner raises during prosecution and to know if patent application gets granted as a patent or not. Further, while performing FTO search, if there are any lapsed patents, there may be chance of restoring such lapsed patents. Therefore, the legal status of lapsed patent shall be checked periodically and the risk it imposes shall be completely ruled out only after the timeline to restore has lapsed and its legal status reflects as expired. In order to perform a FTO search, the step 4 is that the patents so extracted shall be studied in detail by comparing claims of the patents with product features. Generally, patent practitioners prepare claim maps where the portions of the claims with match or overlap with product components are highlighted. Based on the extent of overlap between patent claims and product components, the patent documents may further be considered as low, moderate, or high risk patents. While performing FTO analysis, if there are high risk patents, using such patents may be detrimental for the business. There are some ways to overcome the risk imposed by such patents, and now we will see what all we need to check in the patents and how we can minimize or nullify the risk imposed by such sensitive patents. During FTO search, if you found a patent that is likely to be infringed, it's important to check legal status of such patent. If the patent is going to expire soon, in few months or 1 year, then it's worth to wait for patent to expire before using it. This is a very safe option and this can be used in some cases. In case of a patent that is likely to be infringed, one must carefully read and analyze patent claims and try to understand what is claimed. Often, the language used in the claims is very complex and expert advice may be sought. So, by analysis of the patent claims, you would clearly know what a patent is claiming, and it may be very different from your product components. Now, if there is no way to bypass the patent that you found during FTO search, then it is important to perform invalidation search to understand how strong the patent is. This invalidation search is performed to identify the grounds on the basis of which a patent may be invalidated. Generally, patent search is performed to reveal closest prior art and novelty, or inventive step is assessed to find out the grounds on the basis of which the patent can be invalidated. Based on the outcome of invalidation search, opposition to the grant of patent, if the patent is not yet granted, or post grant opposition or even revocation may be filed. The opposition petition shall have all possible statutory grounds of opposition which help the controller of patents to give decision on invalidating or revoking the patent. In case there is no other way out, license to use the patent may be obtained from the patentee. This option may not be feasible in most of the cases, as granting license is at sole discretion of the patentee, and the patent holder may not want to grant license for his patent and create competition in the market. What we discussed are few ways to handle a situation where there is high risk of patent infringement. If none of the steps work, it is advisable not to use the patent, because if patentee takes legal action, it may be detrimental for the reputation and goodwill of the business. In a well known case, Merck versus Glenmark, the Delhi High Court passed an injunction against Glenmark for manufacturing the generic drug sitagliptin and using patented product of Merck, as there was prima facie infringement of patent rights of Merck. Delhi High Court passed injunction order against Glenmark from manufacturing and selling of Zita and Zitamit. Thereby, patent rights of Merck were protected and enforced. Patent infringement risk assessment and mitigation shall be integral part of the steps to be followed before new product launch. FTO search can be extremely helpful to understand extent of infringement risk and to take right measure to minimize it. I hope you found this video useful. You can always put your comments in the comment section below. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video today. For any queries related to our services, you can contact us. Email ID and phone number is given in the video description. See you again. Till then, keep learning, keep innovating. Goodbye.